Alright, the house on Mango Street follows Esperanza, who is 12 years old, and it follows her deep thoughts from being a 12-year-old kid to being a 13-year-old teenager. So it's a raw time and in a bad environment, which kind of is what makes this story so interesting, to see her development when she is in such a bad environment. So it takes place during the 1960s, so there's still the very classic view that women were housewives still, especially Latina, because Caucasian women were treated better because of their race, and I'm assuming probably not black women because of discrimination still. Anyways, it takes place in Chicago, and the story starts by Esperanza giving a very good or vivid description of the house on Mango Street, which she says is better than her old house, but is still she still hates the house, she says. And anyways, the story revolves around her character development and how she turns from a little girl to a young woman with adult thoughts. Anyways, it starts by her having her 12-year-old thoughts to help contrast her 13-year-old thoughts. For example, she sees boys as a very, as not nice, because, they were little boys, it's kindergarten and I don't know when, up until, 5th or 6th grade. Anyways, I'm not sure if there was grades even during this time anyways. But, yeah. So she does have a self-centered and thinking about only how to, get herself help, because, she's 12. But then when she turns 13, she starts seeking attention from boys and realizing that the environment that they're in is just messed up in general, because women are housewives, and that shouldn't be what's going on. And she starts to see how men are more valued over women, and men can kind of they have the advantage. They get to say what happens, and they treat women as an object. Because when Esperanza does turn 13, she starts hanging out with a girl named Lucy. No, not Lucy. What was her name? I think her name was Sally. No, it wasn't Sally, but anyway, she starts hanging out with a friend who is generally liked by the boys, and then one time when her friend leaves her alone with the boys, she is sexually assaulted. So after this, Esperanza is kind of traumatized, and also it helps you see the environment that the boys were being taught, that women were an object, and it wasn't respectful. and there was a lot of hurt and like misunderstanding that from those age just all mixed up into one big pot, and the good thing is that Esperanza does not play along with that. She knows she has value, and she keeps on going, and develops, and by seeing different things, and watch grown men be perverts, and it really just helps develop her into a new character, which was this 12-year-old girl, and it helps bring her into a different age where she kind of realized she has value in her, and you know that's what she watches. She watches different ways to leave Mango Street, like her friend who who was popular with the boys. She ended up marrying another boy to get off Mango Street, but Esperanza said that when she talked to her, she seemed like she said that she was happy, but Esperanza gives a description where it sounded like it wasn't very true, and you could tell that it wasn't a very happy marriage. And then towards the end of the book, you start hearing Esperanza's dreaming of what she wishes to be, which is a writer, and she does excellent writing. Her aunt tells her so before she dies, and Esperanza didn't recognize it until the final of the book, and at the end of the book she realizes that her writing is what's going to get her off Mango Street, because of how talented she was. And then she's also dreaming of what she wants to be when she gets off Mango Street. She says she wants a house that's hers, not to quote, not a mommy's or daddy's house, her very own house. And you really love seeing that after all her character development, she still plans on being independent, and that her growing up and seeing all the tough things, that she's gonna come out as a woman that, even though she's been through a rough time, is still a good person. And it's just really wonderful to see. And she says that even after she leaves Mango Street, she wants to come back and help, which the main things that she saw as she was a kid was that boys were mean, and that she had a very selfish, or at least like self-preserving attitude, which the reason she gave them the $5 because she won a bike, and it was so self-centered, and then and both those things are countered by the end of the book, because she says once she has her own house, she wants to come back to Mango Street and help the people that she could not help, which shows that she wants to help people. And then during the book you see that she ends up liking boys and seeks attention. So you can really see that how her perspective has shifted, and it all came out to be better towards the end, which, just to finalize, is just really, it was good to see that she came out a better person with and she knows what she wants. She knew that she wanted her own house, and and then she ended up knowing that she wanted to help people. She knew that she wanted to be a writer, and she knew that she would get off Mango Street, so that was hope. And then, she developed, then she also knows, she has sexual thoughts, and that's obviously what happens when you're a teenager, and it ends up making a complete new Esperanza that you met during the beginning of the book. Anyways, I hope that this helped or you enjoyed it. Anyways, thank you. This is my presentation. My name is Ty Reed, and yeah. All right, thank you.